Let's grow some food. This is Dr. Fox with another installment of Lesson 1. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about a couple of different families, but both of them are what we refer to as monocots. And to understand what a monocot is, we need to talk a little bit more about botany. Obviously, this can't be a whole class in botany, but suffice it to know that most edible plants are what are known as angiosperms, which means that they have flowers that produce seeds. There are two main classes of that, monocots and dicots. So monocots have one single cotyledon as the seed begins to germinate and unfold, whereas dicots have two cotyledons, and that's where monocot and dicot come from. Now, there are other distinctions as well. Namely, the leaf structure is going to be consistent across these two classes. Monocots have veins that all run parallel to one another, whereas dicots have veins that branch either in a pinnate structure or in a palmate structure. Now let's talk about the family Poaceae. This is a family that corn belongs to. It's the grass family, so a lot of your other grains like wheat and oats and millet also belong to this monocot grass family. There are three main types of corn. There is flint corn, which is intended for drying. There's popcorn, and then there's sweet corn. Now, the flower structure of corn is not something you'd recognize as a flower, and it's pollinated via the wind. So if you plant corn, you need to plant a number of them. I think you can get away with 12 and no fewer than that, and they need to be planted fairly tightly together. Of course, unless you have a large family, you wouldn't want too many more than that either, because they'll all come ripe within just a few days of one another. The next family we'll look at is Alliaceae. This is the allium family for short. This contains onions and shallots and garlic. You can grow these from seed. It obviously takes longer, but most people grow them from bulbs, which you can get at the store as well as from seed catalogs. Garlic is fun to grow. Usually you would buy bulbs, not unlike buying seed potatoes. You can grow it from seed, but it takes a lot longer. Garlic is nice to have in your garden, and it has some companionship benefits as well. I've only planted garlic once. I planted elephant garlic, and I've gotten it back every year since then, because it puts out little babies that you can see here in the photo, many of which will stay in the ground when you pull up the bulb, and then they'll become next year's garlic. That's it for my coverage of the monocots. Make sure to check out the other families.